A little follow-up here on the 89 Dodge Ram. It's been a couple of weeks since we actually even touched this thing. Elixir of the Gods right there. If anybody remembers the old advertisement for it, put it together with never sees and take it apart with guaranteed ease. No truer words have ever been spoken. Anyway, the motor's going back together. We got a water pump on it. I just put all the accessories back on the front here and did some belt routing. It's all the little things. This radiator neck right here was a $9.34 item. I wish I had the box to show you. It's a Dorman part because that is a 2.5-inch thermostat. And the factory thermostat that comes out of these things, which is right here, is only a 2 1/8, and this neck is too small. So pre-79 is what you have to go back to for the water neck. So 79 and up, they have the smaller radiator neck, and then 78 and back, they have the larger. So if you just order the larger radiator neck for a 78 Dodge W250 or 200, whatever they were back then, and you can get the right thermostat and the right neck. Anyway, did a lot of switching over, these little nipples and barbs, re-plumbing it, and we got exhaust manifold gaskets setting on there. The carburetor is a little bit of a aggravating situation because it's a Rochester, which is a spread bore, and that air gap was a square bore, and we had to get an adapter plate for it. Not that they're hard to find, but everything today that's made in China, these upper bolts, they snap right off with like literally one-handed holding the head of the ratchet. You'll just snap them right off. So in the back, you can see I put some grade 8 hardware because we broke a couple of those back there, and then that nut and broken stud fell right down into the valve train. Thank God it didn't go down into the valley. That would have been upsetting. Anyway, we got it out, and now we're just, we had to do some spacing back there to get that throttle bracket up. But again, we're all sealed up now. So the next step, we did some modifications on the power steering return line, just because somebody had put some egregiously long one on there. And we're going back together. I'm gonna start sifting through all of these junk vacuum lines over here that, God, Dodge, I don't know what Chrysler was thinking back in these eras, but I'm ripping all of that out. I need literally vacuum for the heater controls, power brake booster, and then obviously the one that goes down and feeds the four-wheel drive. I'm actually thinking about doing that vacuum sleeve delete because this truck does have brand new Warren lockout hubs on it. So I might just say to hell with it. Put that in permanent lock and then just unlock the hubs. Anyway, this exhaust manifold here, we took the crossover tube off the back, or the smog pipe tube. And here's that port in the back. I just welded these shut. I was going to tap them and then put a 1/2-inch pipe plug in it, but it's just easier to weld the hole shut. I know it's cast, but it's good enough for the exhaust system. It's not holding back any real pressure. Just took these and tried to clean up these faces a little bit because they start to really corrode and they rust out down in this bottom corner. And the actual material here becomes more proud of the actual mating surface, and then sometimes it doesn't allow it to mate. So I'm gonna have to just dress this up. It's right there. I mean, you can see it. It's right there. But we're just dressing them up a little bit. Like I said, I gotta weld that shut. I took that actual warm-up butterfly out of the other side, welded up the shaft where it goes through and knocked the butterfly out. And then back here, this place is a mess, I'll tell you. We started, I'm gonna just wire wheel these down and paint them. They're a little crusty and carboned up on the inside, but that's about 1,000% better. I let them fill up with the parts washer and was able to really get a lot. You can see where I was scrubbing in these areas. We were able to get a lot of that carbon to come out of there. I think I might just do one more soak in the pressure washer, fill them both up. and then clean them out. The other set of valve covers that we had for off of this motor, whoever owned this truck absolutely was a fan of RTV. I mean, everything is orange RTV. We already looked at this mess here, just to revisit this. Look at here's the front seal, here's the front oil pan seal, and when they put it on, it got pushed out off of the lip of the oil pan. So they literally just filled this with RTV all along here to try to seal this, but the actual oil pan seal just isn't in place. It just popped out. But this guy, whoever was working on this thing, had stock in orange RTV. So yeah, these valve covers here, they're a lot cleaner on the inside, but getting that orange RTV off is just a pain in the ass. So we're gonna just abandon that idea. Again, we've been just pulling parts off of this thing here. This became the donor motor, and we've just been scavenging parts from it. Anyway, 360 LA motor, that's what's in that truck already, and we were just put those other heads on it. But like I said, coming back together slow but sure. Place is a mess. Here's the old heads there that have all the broken exhaust studs in it. But yeah, hanging in the, you can see there's a new water pump down in there, and hang some exhaust manifolds on this thing. I'm gonna put those valve covers on, do a little bit of wiring, clean up this vacuum, and away we go. I think we're gonna be able to put spark and fuel to it and see if she'll bark off. I think she will. I mean, try out these Felpro. You can actually see a little piece of it right there. The Felpro Shop Series head gaskets for less than perfect repair work head and block surfaces. So we'll see if that takes up any of those nasty gouges that were, they're not nasty, they were bothersome but not nasty. Anyway, we'll see if they take up any of those little scratches in the head surface from sliding across the workbench. But we're getting there. This old bird will run again, and we're gonna, like I said, we're hammering right away. We got that, a lot of that rot cut out back here, and the one patch panel I started cutting out a little bit back here. It's just, we're in such a state. Over here was full of junk. You had a, like you can actually see the shadow in the wall. We had a pallet rack there, and all those John Deere tractors and stuff were over there, and we got all that stuff out of there and made room over there for that. Now we're just kind of like reconfiguring here while this project is going on. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but the next video, we should be all cleaned up. This should be running. As you can see, I mean, we have a whole lot of compressors and tire machines and tool carts and battery chargers and just a whole lot of nonsense going on. Well, just remember, God bless the General Lee, Roscoe, and Cooter. 1989 Dodge Ram W250 on the road to recovery. What it's recovering from, I'm not 100% sure, but it'll be back on the road. You'll see.